I'd be lying if I said this hasn't been one of the worst and the best years of my life. It started off rough, but it turned out better than I ever thought it would be. Every day, new lessons were learned, new goals were created, and more motivation was sparked in me. And to be honest, I don't think without all the losses, I'd be where I'm at today. In a world that's so unstable, losses are inevitable, but it's all about perspective. I've adapted the mindset of viewing my losses as lessons, no matter the magnitude of it. And today, I want to share some of those lessons with you. Here's 5 things I learned this year.
Check. This life can take a toll just like the highway. I did some right things but wasn't going the right way. I turned to the light but it wasn't lightweight. Yeah, these burdens can get heavy, asking for Christ's strength. I turned to the Lord and found some strength in it. I knew salvation but not what came with it. The sacrifice, the giving up what you want to get the things that you need. Gotta switch up the words so you can get what I mean. They say the truth hurts, so they gon' think that. On me.
Chasing a dream you didn't give me. Running in circles, I spend my way just to make you fall.
Good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. I hope you're having a blessed day, night, evening, whatever. My name is Gabe, if you don't know me. I am a 23-year-old entrepreneur living in the city of Philadelphia. Um, yeah, I say I'm doing pretty well for myself. But enough of that. We're not here to talk about me. If you want to learn more about me, there's tons of videos on my page that you can go check out. But the purpose of this video is to talk about the 5 things that I've learned as a 23-year-old. And I've came across so many different levels and lessons and losses and wins. And to truthfully speak, this year has been my craziest year ever. This year, my life completely took a whole 360 from my faith to my business becoming successful to me moving to a big city on my own in my first apartment. So much has happened. I've learned so much. And now it's time for me to pass on that knowledge to you. And although I'm still learning every single day, there's still things that I've gone through that I feel I'm able to speak on to help you guys get through in the future or whenever you cross paths with said problems in life as a 23-year-old or 20-year-old or however old you are. I'm chatting. It's been a while since I've been on camera. But definitely the first one is your environment will pave your way. And when I say this, I'm not just specifically talking about where you live or your city, but I'm talking about the people as well. You know, the people you surround yourself with, the habits you adapt every day. And yes, of course, your surroundings. Now, sometimes these things aren't really changeable or interchangeable, but some of them are, and a lot of them are. For example, the friends you choose, you know, the places you choose to go with those friends, or even on your own in your environment. So it's all under one big umbrella, but the main concept is your environment will pave your way. Now, just to speak on it a little bit deeper, I would say for me personally, my friends have had a drastic change on me in my life this year. You know, a lot of friends that I had in college, I don't necessarily have now or talk to them now. So it took a whole shift of my friend group, the people I talk to daily, and I started to see myself adapt in a different way. I started hanging around people who wanted me to go to church, who wanted me to read the Bible more, who wanted me to work on business plans more instead of friends who necessarily wanted me to just go out or go drink and have fun and do all the good stuff that sounds and looks good, but in the end is just a distraction from what you really want to do. So once I found a good friend group, my inner circle, we all keep each other grounded. We all mold each other into the person that we want to be. And it's just like one big fruitful circle. because everyone knows everyone's goal. Everyone knows what we want to achieve, whether it's individually or together. So basically, everyone is just coming at each other with basically being a backbone for each other. And that's a big step because, we've heard this since we were in middle school with the whole dare thing. You are who you surround yourself with. If your friends are doing drugs, you don't want to do drugs. If your friends are out there doing this, you're going to want to do that. So, like, when I say your environment will pave your way, there's so much truth behind that because to go even deeper, someone who grew up in a less unfortunate environment like the projects or just like a really bad part of a city, they get accustomed to that environment and their surroundings. They become accustomed to their environment. Some people who grow up in not the best situations, whether it's poor family or poor neighborhood, and they never get the chance to see the bigger world out there, whether it's a bigger city or money or fancy cars, they don't get to experience that dream or that vision or that reality, you know? So where you place yourself is where you will go. Or even where you place yourself mentally is where you could possibly go physically. In the whole aspect of just like dreaming, like having a big dream or like a big vision of where you want to go in life. This was always a big dream. Having my own apartment in the literally smack middle of Philadelphia. It's honestly, this was the dream. And although it wasn't tangible at the time, I could mentally vision it and picture it, and I saw the clear path. The way I was able to take action was seeing the end vision basically laid out the clear path for me. I knew I had to stop hanging out with certain friends. I knew I had to lock in for some months to actually achieve this. I knew that I would have to start going places where I would be able to lock in and elevate my mind and my body, whether that was church or whether that was a bookstore to just isolate myself and work. It's all catered to the specific person that you are. You know the friends you have, you know the environment you're in. So only you could really be the judge of what needs to change in your life to make whatever you need to happen. So yeah, at step one, it's important to just be aware of your environment and be aware of the variables that are taking place in your life that are projecting your future trajectory, your future path, your future goals. And as simple as that, that's it, you know? Damn, did I just spit? I don't know. Did I? Y'all tell me. I don't know. Okay, now if I'm being honest, this one has to be my favorite. Number two, what you're not changing, you're choosing. I'm gonna say it again. What you're not changing, you're choosing. That's it right there. That's it right there. Now, this one might be my favorite because there's so much truth in those words. What you're not changing, you're choosing. And to simplify that, basically, whatever it is in your life that you don't want to happen or you want to change, if you're not taking action to change that, you're choosing to be okay with your current situation. And again, I love to give my own examples because it makes you guys understand that I've actually felt and lived through these lessons that I'm giving you guys. So, yeah, what I'm not changing, I was choosing. And in the past, before all of this, be so upset with myself because I would procrastinate, I would slack, I wouldn't do work, I just wasn't putting in all the work that I wanted to put in. And I knew I had to put it in, but I just wasn't. And therefore it took me to this rut of just wanting to give up, not wanting to do it anymore, not wanting to grind anymore, not just basically just in a headspace of disappointment and lack of contentment. I was always upset. I was always down. I was always disappointed in myself. And that mentality literally just, you're just digging yourself in a rabbit hole. Like that's all you're doing. And until I came across this quote right here, what you're not changing, you're choosing, I was in that rut. But then I took those words and I thought to myself, what am I not changing in my life that I want to change? What am I allowing to happen in my life that I don't want to be there anymore? Whether it was discipline to do work, whether it was relationships that I didn't want anymore, or relationships that were harming me, or the simple fact of friends, people, or anything holding me back from what I actually want to do. You have the ability to change all of that. If you're in a relationship and that relationship is holding you back from your passion, from your dream, or just draining you mentally or physically, you have the ability to change that. And if you're not changing that, you're choosing that. If you're in a situation that's harming you mentally or stopping you from achieving the goals, there's always the end goal and there's always the problems and the roadblocks before that. So when I say if you're not doing this, that's a blocking you from changing your goal, it's because there's everyone always has that end goal and there's always something before the end goal that's stopping you from getting there. And most of the time, everything that's stopping you from getting there, you're able to change. Like I said, whether it's a relationship that's harming you mentally or physically, and you don't want to be in a relationship and it's stopping you from getting there, or if it's even habits, drinking, smoking, doing these things excessively are not helping you towards your goal. And if you're aware of that and you know that they need to stop in order for you to focus and lock in and achieve all of your goals, you need to choose to change that. And if you're not changing that, you're choosing that. And if you're choosing that, you're choosing to not pursue your goals, your dreams, the better life that you want. Or even if it's just a simple fact of you not going to the gym. There's gyms everywhere. If you're not choosing to go to the gym, if you're not changing the discipline for you to go to the gym every day or 3 times a day, you're choosing to not go. So again, as simple as it sounds, what you're not changing, you're choosing. And this is all just about taking action. You know, you self-evaluate yourself, you self-evaluate your life, and you see the change that need to be made, and you simply just make those changes. That's all it is. And as soon as you realize that, you'll start to see a drastic change. And don't get me wrong, I understand that change is not easy. And no one's saying you need to start with the big change. Start small. Start with a little routine. Start with a little habit that you just need to adapt daily. Start with those small changes and then gradually get to the bigger ones. And that's just the timeline of it all. You'll see your trajectory improve. I promise. Listen, I'm speaking from life example. That's all it is. I'm speaking from life example.
Get better. I want to feel closer to you when I'm far away. I want to feel the feelings I need to feel to be undone. 'Cause without you I can't even get to square one. Without you I can't. So do you light up my nervous system? Would your voice come break over my deaf ears? Burning bush in the distance, opening my eyes after 40 years.
So for this next lesson, this one really hits home. The lesson is failure is success. Now, technically speaking, failure isn't success, but it's all about perspective here. You know, in order to learn, in order to achieve things that you haven't before from a standpoint of being a beginner, you have to fail at that thing. You literally have to fail. Because when you fail, there's so much that comes out of that failure if you look at it with the right perspective. When you fail, you learn. When you fail, you understand. When you fail, you grow. There's maturity in failure. Oh my, I love this topic just because I was at a stage where I failed like badly. You know, if you look at my previous video, I talked about when I was in college and I tried so many different business ideas to see which one would stick, which one would really hit. And through that whole process and that whole journey of putting my eggs in so many different baskets, I took so many different losses. I failed so many different times. But if it weren't for those risks and all those losses and failures, I don't think I'd even be close to where I am today, you know? So those failures that I had most definitely 100% played some of the biggest factors in getting me at where I am today, you know? So if you're going to try something, prepare yourself to fail. But not just fail. Prepare yourself to fail and get back up. Prepare yourself to fail and learn. You know, that was one of the biggest things that really was like honestly a big change for me. Cause I can't lie, I didn't always have that mentality, you know. So before I would fail, and I would just be upset. I would go into a state of just lack and just not be motivated, to be honest with you, you know, because nobody likes to lose, no one likes to fail. So it takes a certain level of maturity to understand, okay, I took this loss, but what did I learn? I learned next time to not do this, to not do that, to not do this. And that's literally the whole concept of life, to learn from your lessons, you know? And that's really what it is. Failure is it's I've heard this before, that failure is a necessity. And if you haven't failed, you haven't succeeded. Because if you're not failing, what risk are you really taking? You know? And wow, that right there is just powerful. If you're not failing, what's really at risk? You know, how hard are you going? What's the gratitude of your efforts, you know? At least for me, I'm a big dreamer. My parents have always told me I was a big dreamer. I know myself that I'm a big dreamer. And with being a big dreamer comes big risk, big losses, big failures. But at the expense of big rewards, you know? Having the mentality to understand that when you fail, you're not really losing, you're just learning, you're just taking another step ahead, you've already won. That mentality alone will grant you whatever you're looking for, you know? Look at failure as a step forward. It's not a step back, it's a step forward. It's a step back with the wrong mentality. But with the right perspective, every loss is a win. And to end it off with the infamous quote from Michael Jordan, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Take risk, fail, learn, and move forward. Listen, Michael Jordan didn't make all of his shots. Don't be afraid to fail. Take it as a step forward, move forward. And I love that. Honestly, I live by that. I live by accept failures and take risks. But trust yourself to take risk. Ooh, that's another one right there, yo. I ain't gonna lie. You can't just take risks blindly. You gotta take the risk knowing you can trust yourself to make it happen after the risk. Oh my gosh. Man, there's so much that I want to share with y'all. But we're gonna do this in stages, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Wow, the city looks so beautiful today. I can't lie. It really do. It really does. The sun shining, the clouds gloomy. One thing about city of Philadelphia, it's not as dead as a lot of these other cities. Please let me go. I'll tell you one thing, they drivers suck. I'm one of them. But yeah, one thing about city, like downtown is not depressing. Like I went to LA the other day and oh my gosh. LA downtown is depressing, it's draining. You just don't want to be there at all. But you can come to the downtown of Philadelphia and a lot of other cities too and be like, wow, this is actually really nice. And that's why I kind of love living here. Unfortunately, I do want to move and I probably will move at the end of my lease too. But yeah, for now, we're here in Philly, enjoying the moment, enjoying the present, soaking it all in, man. I used to dream of living here. Now I'm here. Isn't that crazy how life works?
Waking up. I want to get better. I want to feel closer to you, and I'm far away. I want to feel.
All right, so one thing I gotta say, one thing I love about living where I live is I got like 3 friends that live here for real. Like, all right, so one of my boys already lived here, and we like moved in around the same time, and we ran into each other while we were moving in, and we was like, "You stay here too?" And it was like, "Yeah," so that was cool. But then after that, I had a few of my other friends move in. One moved literally across the hall, and then the other one moved 2 floors up. So it's like 4 of us in one apartment building, and I can't lie, it's mad lit. But I say that because dang, staircase got me. But I say that because I'm about to go visit my boy's apartment, And he just got a new TV, so I'm about to check it out. Said it looks tough, said it's big. So listen, I could literally walk up the stairs and go to his spot. Like, that's just fire. Dang, all right, I'm gonna catch my breath while I get there. Whew. That boy ready for Christmas. Hey, yo. I need mine. Dang, that boy ready. That boy ready for the holidays. That's good, bro. I'm vlogging, that's cool. Word. You get the light up here?
Nah.
Oh, that John.
You need a light?
Nah, it's good. Oh my gosh. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, this crazy, bro. Bro, do y'all see how big this John is? Nah. Bro. This is crazy, bro.
I can't even get to square one without you.
Man, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tired, but we're gonna get this video done. Let me know if you guys hear like this echo. You guys probably hear this echo. Anyways. But yes, as you can see, I'm in the art room because I'm in the art room for a reason. Let me show you guys the art room first of all. This is the art room. So we're in the art room because this fourth one is find your purpose, find your craft, find your why. And in a sense, that basically means find your foundation. And I say we're in the art room because creativity always needs a foundation. I don't know if there's really a correlation between the two. But to get back on topic, yes, find your foundation, find your purpose, find your why. You know, everything needs their foundation, everything needs their purpose, everything needs their why. You know, and I used to preach this so frequently. I would always say, find your why and everything else will follow. You need to have a reason why you're working so hard. You need to have a reason of why you're chasing your big goals. If you don't have a reason, you're just aimlessly, oh man, that word right there. You don't want to aimlessly tackle life. Because if you do that, you're going to be spread so thin, you're going to be burnt out, and it's not going to be a good outcome. You want to have a plan, you want to have a strategy, and that right there is basically the foundation of everything. Look at these big businesses like Apple and Microsoft and all these big corporations. They have systems in line, they have their end goal, and they have the steps they need to take, and they have mission statements. And those mission statements basically control the trajectory of all their business plans. Every action they do has to align with their mission statement. Now, I'm not saying it's an overnight thing you need to figure out, but the sooner the better. Because at the end of the day, the sooner you know what you're working towards, you're able to just move forward and make the right steps because you know that whatever you're doing is gonna follow whatever you're doing is gonna follow your vision, your goals, and they're gonna align with your future. And for me personally, I always say my mission statement or my why is I want to be able to empower people all over the world through my life example. I want people to be able to chase their dreams and to see that their dreams are achievable, that no matter how big, how vast their idea is, it's achievable by me following my own dreams and becoming successful. So I want them to see them in me and eventually understand that if he could do it, I could do it too. So yes, my mission statement is empowering others to achieve their goals and to believe that they can achieve their goals through my personal life example. So everything I do, everything I post on social media, everything that I do daily, I want that to align with that. I want people to look inside of my life and be like, wow, I resonate with him. And if he's doing it, I could do it too. And that's the ultimate goal for me. And that's what I want to ask you. What's your purpose? What's your why? Why do you want to, and it could be anything. You could simply want to get wealthy to take care of your family, to get out of a situation that you were in when you were younger, to be able to help the poor, to be able to do this and do that. As long as you know what it is you're working toward, as long as you have that why and that foundation set, every action after that will be easier, and I promise you. And it was so much easier for me to actually take actionable steps, take the right actionable steps towards my goals once I figured out exactly how and why I was doing what I was doing. Before, I was just making content just to make content. I just wanted to do business just to do business, you know? But it was until I figured out, wow, maybe I could actually help people achieve their own goals. Maybe I could help inspire people. Maybe people could look into my life and get some sort of motivation to get on their own journey and achieve whatever they want to achieve. And ever since I had that thought, everything I've been trying to do is just empower others, motivate others, inspire others, show others that it's truly possible. Because at the end of the day, it is. Whatever you want to do is possible. And this might sound like a motivational speech, but no, it's really just as long as you know your why, everything else will follow. Know your why, have your foundation, know your purpose. And that's the recipe to success, to your success, whatever you define that as, you know? And why did I want to tell you guys that in an art room? I don't know. The art room looks nice, if I'm being honest with you. It just looks nice. But you know, art has a lot of creativity to it. When it comes to art, there needs to be a foundation of art. You need to know what you're creating, why you're creating it, and what it means to you. If you're just painting on a canvas, where's the beauty in that, you know? I hope that makes sense. But let me show you guys this view. Take a look at this, guys. Look at that. How beautiful. Isn't life good? Isn't God good? Shout out God, man. Shout out God. I truly do hope you guys take these lessons and like apply them. Cause again, like these aren't just lessons that I scratched up from the internet or TikTok. Like these are lessons that I had to learn myself and lessons that actually helped me get to where I am. Which is why I say like everything that I'm saying, I've lived through it. I've been through it. Like there's truth in the words that I'm telling you guys. Like for real. I mean that. Ugh. Goodbye, art room. Again, like even for me to stop this video and go on my YouTube to look at all the videos that I have on there, you'll literally see the growth and everything, every step of my journey, you'll see it on YouTube. Like, even though I wasn't consistent, you'll still see everything, literally. You know, honestly, this video is kind of weird because like I didn't plan for it to be like vlog style, but it's kind of like a vlog, but like not necessarily. You get what I'm saying? Because in a way, I'm vlogging, but it's also like a very informative video. What do you call that? I don't know. Because they say vlogs are dead nowadays, but I still have hope. I still have hope in vlogging, but still making a meaningful video. I feel like that's what YouTube's all about. So, we giving it a shot.
You're more than I ever dreamed of. Thank you that you never gave up on me. On me. Thank you for a love that's patient. Thank you that it's never wasted on me. On me.
Now, to get into the fifth lesson of this video, the fifth and final lesson, this one hits home because I believe this lesson had the biggest impact on my journey. And that lesson is to not lean on your own understanding going through life. Basically saying you don't have to do this whole thing called life by yourself. And me personally, I choose to do that with God. And he's had a tremendous impact on my journey, my success, and everything that I have going on because I chose to include him in everything that I do. And doing that just made a whole switch with everything. I now don't have to be a 23-year-old going through life and have to make all these important life decisions on my own, especially in a world like this. Being young and naive in a world like this, it's so easy to get caught up in so much things, especially with all the important decisions we need to make. But being able to seek wisdom and guidance and ask for help and things like that and things of that sort is just like it's a breath of fresh air knowing that you don't have to go through this tough life by yourself. And me incorporating God in everything that I do has been a drastic change. And don't get me wrong, it's not easy consistently following Him and being on that journey and making it perfect. But at the end of the day, following Him isn't supposed to look perfect. We could try our best, but it's not going to look perfect. We could only do the best we can, but it will never be perfect. Now, granted, I know not everyone believes in God, but the whole moral of this lesson is to just, you don't have to do this by yourself. Whether it's having a support system or a community. One thing for me, community has been everything for me. I was luckily to find a community that was also grounded in their faith. So we were just molding and working with each other, being each other's backbone. And, there's just a big importance in practicing your faith, being able to rely on somebody who is a bigger power for understanding, wisdom, guidance is just almost like a no-brainer for me. And again, like, I mean this in the most honest way, like, incorporating God in everything I do has been the biggest change for me in everything. And I really do encourage you guys to start, you know whether it's just like, hey, like, God, should I make this business move, or should I do this, or should I do that? You know what I mean? Because you don't have to do it by yourself. You don't have to think about it yourself. And trust me, your prayers will get answered. You will get the guidance you're looking for. Like, you really just need to have faith. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, you need to believe in yourself and you need to have faith in God. The belief you have in yourself and the faith you have in God put together is literally all you need. And it's literally the recipe to success. And I'm trying to tell you this because that is me. I've made sure that I believed in everything that I put myself into. I believe that I could do it. I believe that I could handle all the risks that I take. And I had faith that God would guide me in the right direction, open the right doors, close the wrong doors, close the right doors. I mean, you get what I'm saying. So it's literally like, it's almost like a partnership. And honestly, it's the best collaboration if you ask me. And that's the best way for me to describe it. Honestly, like, me and him, power team. CEO, COO, you know what I mean? Like, we go together real bad. If you get what I mean. But honestly, take that how you want it, but just understand that you don't have to do things alone. And once you understand that you're able to get that sort of help, it will change so much for you. And as you can see, I'm living proof. So even if you need to pick up a Bible, go to church, go with some friends, have a one-on-one prayer, talk about your business plans, whatever you got to do, whatever you got to do, don't do it alone. I'm happy we made it this far in the video. Can't lie. And honestly speaking, this is the second time I'm recording this video. I recorded this segment. I recorded this segment and it got deleted off my drive. So tried to get it restored, couldn't get it restored. And honestly, that was honestly the devil, if I'm being honest with you. Because how did all my other clips not get deleted, but the clip that I talk about faith gets deleted? Like, that's just like so crazy. So this is me recording it a second time. I hope I was able to relate the same way I did the first time. The first time was beautiful, but things happen for a reason. You just can't worry about things that you can't control. That's another thing. Sometimes you gotta go with life, understanding that things happen, and sometimes you just can't change those things. But if you're still here in this video, you're here for two reasons. Reason one being, you believe in yourself. And if you do believe in yourself fully, 100%. Don't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Be 2 foot ahead of the line, 2 feet going towards the door, through the door. I mean, because again, that's almost the most important thing. If you don't believe in yourself, how can somebody else believe in you? You need to believe in yourself. You need to be the living proof of your dedication and your hard work. And that needs to be your foundation, along with some other things. And reason two, if you're still here, is because you found value in this video. And if you did, I truly want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And also to just leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, because I plan to drop more videos like this, helping you guys, empowering you guys, and giving you guys motivation to chase your dreams, because they're definitely possible. I promise you that. So I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm happy. I'm happy I got to the end. I'm happy that I'm finally putting this out there for you guys. And don't just take these 5 lessons thinking of the only 5 lessons ever. Every day is a new lesson. So go through every day with an open mind, open heart, ready to learn, ready to fail, ready to win. You have to have that open mentality, because with life, things will get thrown at you and you just need to be ready. You have to be ready. So again, go through life with an open mind, open heart, and just be optimistic about everything. You know, good things will happen, accept it. Bad things will happen, accept it. Just keep moving forward. And that's it. I'm out.